Hello everyone. Hope everyone's having a great day. See, this is on perfect. Hello. Welcome back. Let's go through some of the plays we were watching earlier. CYN. So we got this multi-day bounce. I failed to get. Jared ended up getting. Nice rip here, according to data and everything. Fails to break down. You have this sideways price action, creates a range. Volume comes back. We get this move higher. So didn't trade anything here, midday, late day so far. Just sitting on our hands, waiting for the perfect setup. We'll go through the scanners right now. I honestly don't even know what's up and moving. So we got besides CYN obviously here. Next up, BTTX. This one went a little further than my sell. 10% further, let's be honest. Higher lows here, kept holding trend, got choppy, but kept holding trend, making higher lows. And then you get the burst up. Volume really just weakens, gets really choppy, and you have a hard time really pushing higher. Selling comes through, and that starts so far to be the backside and a top for now. We'll see what happens with this thing. How much is this up? 90 cents. Okay. We'll definitely be playing it as a multi-day bounce after it sets a red day. So this is looking good. But yeah, so this one ended up going a little further, but nice to see pretty solid plan for it. It's looking to sell in the threes, high twos area where it might run into some trouble. Glad I took my quick snipe. I wouldn't have liked this whole headache going on here. Just not for me, not having the patience. I'm doing other stuff in that time. I'm not trying to stick around and see if it keeps holding trend. While I'm up, I'm taking my gains. And that's really it for now. Let's check out the scanners here. Check out mine. Hello, Jax. Please don't ruin the stream. Oh, thank you, buddy. Okay, so I see BTTX, CYN, top percent gainers, SONM as well. Is that one coming back? 1 second. Oh, this thing kind of seems to be coming back. Try to put a bottom in around 75 cents. So I was looking at it earlier for potential open price, VWAP reclaim to be a pre-market high break. But now we got a solid basing area around 75. We're getting a perk higher, trying to reclaim the VWAP. Open price is 83 cents. So it keeps holding up here around VWAP, low 80s. Confirms that area. That could be a potential move to test the high at 88. And from there to get a move to test 95 to 1. So this could be a potential setup. Definitely. I'm liking it so far. Some volume's coming back.
What's open price?
83 cents. So yeah, that's setting up quite nicely. Not the best history. Shorts are definitely packed. It's failing to break down. It held around this consolidation area here. Now it's trying to hold around this area. What we're looking for to test the pre-market highs and high day in the 90 cents. After that, I don't know if I'm in the low 80s. I will definitely be getting out around 95 to 1 in that region. So gonna still be patient, let this develop. It's not set in stone, but right now I'm liking the failure to break down some higher lows here. If we can just start breaking above these levels and confirming these areas becoming support, we can definitely get squeezes into late day. HDSN. That's another one that's up. 27 million flow, 8 million volume. Decent pattern. Now it's reclaiming the VWAP to daily alta. Nope. Very choppy. Now get HDSN. Besides the potential SONM reclaim here, like we just mapped out, CYN already did what I wanted. Missed that play. So it is what it is. But that's probably an ignore the higher, whatever, just don't care. RDBX, nothing here. Just from the morning, this is still taking, looks like. Nothing yet. How much is that up? 2, and only up 100%. Probably won't look at that for a multi-day bounce, not up enough. And let's look at the daily. So looking back here, just looking at resistance levels, this is definitely going to be a key area in the one if it ever really does get back up there. It's got a lot of bag holders probably holding on from there. We got a lot of volume, and all it did from there is just fade. Not much of volume into the spike, so I don't know how much selling really went on there. So for sure got some bag holders in this, weighing it down every time it really pops up on top of short sellers. So if this thing really fails to break down, I think we could have a nice test of 95 cents to $1. Dollars definitely going to be a key level, whole dollar, half dollar level. Psychologically, it's going to be key. But here we are, just still below VWAP. We'll see what it does. As usual, just being patient, letting the place tell us what to do, let them develop. Don't want to get caught in a bunch of choppiness. Rather be patient and find a place that we could really risk off of in the consolidation zone. So yeah. And it's rotated the flow almost twice. So now it's just really important for volume to really come in. That's going to be the key to this play, really moving. No volume, it's going to do what it's doing now and use VWAP as resistance. Same with the open price and not reclaim those levels. So, just a waiting game. ICPT is another one on watch, not on watch, but on the scanner. But don't like the history or price action of that. Personality of that stock doesn't seem to really be a mover. So I like my odds looking.
What is it?
ICPT. Strong spike, but you know, back and forth, choppy.
Like
No, not up our alley. Doesn't really show history of movement. It's just fade, fade, fade. Here we go, this thing. We're starting to make lower highs here. Fading volume. We'll see what this thing does, but probably done for the day. I'd be shocked if this thing comes back for potential high day break. CYN is that failing? Make that higher low. Check that out. Let's see what's that doing. Okay, yeah. Not much more of a push. It could try to make a higher low, but volume is really weak. And the volume here on this bounce is weaker than what it was in the morning. It wasn't any fuel behind this second push. And that, if there's not many eyes on it to keep new participants coming in to push it higher, there's no fuel behind the move. So always be speculative of plays that are uptrending or downtrending, whichever position you're trading. Most of us here are long traders, so uptrending plays that don't really have much volume behind it, because there really isn't much fuel to the move, and it could reverse any moment. That's why I was cautious with this thing the whole time on the run up, because it had one strong volume day. CYN. Go back to daily. I remember constantly talk about, it's really speculative. The volume, it's consistently coming in, but there really isn't much to it, and it just keeps uptrending. I just feel when this thing's gonna reverse, it's gonna slam hard, and that's kind of what it did, going from the low sixes, finishing the day in the fours. So it did slam hard, but now you get the opportunity for a multi-day bounce. But just a lesson with volume and uptrends. It should, if it's going to be a strong move that continues higher, volume should be improving as well. You should get an incline in that as well. But definitely both of us are probably pretty comfortable now after this morning sitting on our hands.
Yeah,
And not being too eager to jump into a play. We're both 1 for 1. Him on CYN, me on VTTX. So if there's nothing, it's all good. If you guys got any questions, throw them out there.
Still have a whole other hour.
Yeah. But anything could shift on a dime. We've seen that happen before. I really hope we get a play here soon, able to capture something here live.
I
Not
hope,
just sit
hope
around.
hope some volume comes in on this.
19. Wait, no, this year's also 18 and a half. That's what I got for the flip on this one.
kind of slammed through VWAP, tried to balance, use it as resistance. Now we're just slamming to new lows.
So day lows at 235, but still, this is definitely looking like the backside.
So VWAP holds. It says we have some resistance around 4. I mean support, sorry.
Yeah, I just don't think it has enough volume to do anything. Could be wrong. But I'm trusting my data on this one. If it does keep going, oh well, but you know, I already missed the play in the morning and I'm annoyed about that, so I really don't care about this play. The 350 break was just fantastic. Everything we talk about all the time.
It was nice.
It was simple. Probably easy. Was it easy? I didn't trade it.
It felt really easy.
Yeah.
Besides, I bought it this candle here when it looked like it was, you know, it just looked nice. It came up, made the high. It dipped. I'm watching the volume, so it's really low volume. It's holding VWAP really nicely, and you're getting this curling action right back up. So I kind of just smacked it a couple of cents before morning deck, or I mean afternoon.
Let's go. I'm waiting for a play. I want my money. Let's go. I want something.
It's been slow. But like this minute here was a little choppy. It did dip a little bit. So I was a little like, shit, you know, did I just buy into a double top for a second? But it came right back. And then it was just easy from there.
Yeah, pretty close to crack 410. Almost never look at the overall market, but yeah, first time forever here. That is a bloodbath indeed. New lows here, yeah. Once it starts cracking, 400.
Once it starts cracking under 400, yeah.
It's over. Who knows where? Who knows where it goes? That's just spectacular. Look at this chart. That's just unbelievable. So I am not doing anything. So and then right now I'm a hard time. Each time it wants to push higher, it's getting pushed back.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the volume.
Yeah. Nothing to it. Nothing to it. Besides CYN and BTTX, what was there today? Nothing.
No.
Nothing really, yeah. It's kind of those. But well, everything on my scanner definitely liking SONM the most. It's Just really close to setting up for an open price reclaim to lead to that high daybreak at 88, giving us a solid edge that if it does get stuffed around 90 cents, 88 cents, and you see that top in action, you could possibly get out for a little scratch. But the goal really is going to be to get into the mid 90s. It's gonna be a long power ride if there's nothing to watch.
It's not looking good. Yeah, it's really slow. It's really
So
boring.
yeah, nothing going on right now. If you got any questions, you want to chat it up, please go ahead. We'll make this more entertaining.
Oh, it's still working today.
Yeah. What was the I was gonna see the voting thing that you had. I forgot you said that. Majority. Okay.
Now this is cracking under VWAP.
Yeah, no fuel. The fuel's gone. It was all this morning, just a short covering. The only reason we really got this perk is because there was enough buyers to prop this thing up
All day.
all day, just enough. But once there weren't really any buyers to keep holding it, you get the quick reversal. They didn't even really hold that much in 470, and now you're back down in the low fours. Wouldn't be shocked to see it honestly in the mid to high threes pretty soon. SONM failing now, it looks like 75 cents now. But yeah, not much going on here. Everything this morning that was moving is now reversing. So if you're short selling, you probably would have some stuff to look at.
I mean, it's bouncing right back up into resistance. It's the shorts usually like to take back over into the bounce. What do you think? Should we probably call it?
Not yet, we'll go for a little longer just to see what happens. Still pretty early, it's only 12:10. I think within the next 15, maybe 20 minutes, we'll figure out kind of if we'll get some action or not. So probably around 12:25, 12:30, we'll call it. I think we should, unless it really nothing. Oh, BTCX, let's check out that thing failing here. Still some good lessons, just how these plays move. You get the flow, the few waves heading higher as long as trend keeps holding, volume keeps coming in, and then once that move stops being clean, you get a lot of choppiness. Yeah, you get the choppiness with fading volume compared to what it was doing before, and combine that with breakouts not taking off recently. Whole dollar, half dollar level around 3. It gets to the low 3s, and then trend reverses, and you start getting the downtrend here. So it's nice to see in general just how these plays move. And this thing, can you show me the chart again of this? Sorry, the daily. Yeah, from 90 cents, getting to the low 3s. Definitely going to be looking for a potential multi-day bounce after this thing sets a red day. This is going to be the next multi-day bounce I'm probably going to be looking for, since I don't think I have any right now on watch that are that good. But yeah, so this thing, that's how we find our multi-day bounces. Now it's something like this, we just keep it on the back of our watch list until, tonight we'll make a watch list. It probably won't be on it for a multi-day bounce. I would really like to see shorts really get control of the play for a little bit, and
It should be setting up nicely next week.
yeah, oh yeah, today's Thursday, yeah. So early next week, probably see something.
Unless this really cracks under and finishes red.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it works out. Interesting, now it's really getting down there.
Yeah.
But still, usually for these, I really like to see them down 30, 40, maybe 50% off the highs. That's what they typically kind of get to before they start reversing. So, we'll let the shorts have their fun. Once the chart tells us what to do, that's showing some bottoming action, like how CYN did today. We'll just keep it on the back of our watch list. When we make it every single night, we'll go through it. Once it shows itself that it might be setting up for a multi-day bounce that we want, we'll be looking for it. So that's all I can say about that one for now. SONM not doing it.
Remind me of Forrest Gump when you say that.
What?
That's all I got to say about that now.
I don't know. I don't know what else to say. There's that.
There's that. Yeah, it just reminds me of Forrest Gump.
SONM. Just shut up and go to SONM. Like, okay, I don't know what else to tell you.
It just makes me laugh. That's all I got to say about that.
I hate you right now.
New lows.
Check it out. Check it out.
There we go, 410.
Aggressive pullback after that nice push yesterday.
Yeah. A little bit of a triple top there too. 430.
Continuation of failure here. Still kind of trying to go higher low here. Till this thing completely fails, I'm gonna keep this in the back of my mind. It still hasn't done what I wanted and gotten above VWAP and open price.
Still some time.
But still got some time. It's in a range.
It needs that volume.
It's the
to
only
pick
one
up.
that I'm seeing that could be a potential play. So in case we could miss it, I'm just gonna watch it. How I'm seeing it.
Here, I'll even set an alert
Oh,
for you,
I'm
Fatty.
trying to- I hate you. No, I'm gonna be here with Forrest Gump every single time I talk.
Because you sound like him a little bit too when you said it, and
Dude,
it's just you've done it before, and I almost cried, almost wanted to cry laughing, but I didn't want to say anything during the stream. But this time, I just couldn't help myself. You sound just like him.
That's
bud.
hilarious. Are you got the video where I sound like? I hate you so much right now. I get it. I sound like Forrest Gump at times. I don't know what to tell you. Thanks, dude.
Oh my god, I'm just dying. I have to watch. I'm gonna go and watch Forrest Gump tonight. As I'm
Just
watching.
because of that?
Yeah, I have to.
Oh, yeah.
It's a classic. Probably one of the greatest movies ever made. I mean, depends on what kind of movie you like, but
I enjoyed it. I don't know about greatest movie. Maybe for its time, greatest movie.
for its time, definitely up there. I wouldn't say the greatest, but I'm saying for all the movies, you had to pick all the movies that were some of the greatest movies, you know, like of all time. Forrest Gump would be on that list, and that's just a fucking fact. SONM is not gonna go up and do what you think. It
Doesn't look like it, no. It just seems like a slower afternoon now.
There's just no volume. This is everything else. Everything else is just fading hard.
Indeed, my friend. Yeah, we're not the only ones bored of watching the market right now. There's not like a play we're missing.
I'm gonna check.
Someone else's chat.
Yeah, and just see.
Just in case.
An easy lesson there, guys. I love that gift. Thank you, Ali.
Chat.
Oh, it ate you up. Clutch trades. I will definitely do that for you. Let's look at SOUN. SOUN here. Oh yeah. Okay. I was just going over this. So, you know why it ate you up? Why are you going short on a stock that's uptrending? It's uptrending on the 60, uptrending on the
Not
15
yet. That could be
since
potential
yesterday.
break. Nothing with SOUN. There's nothing today in this afternoon. We already traded. At least we got that.
Yeah, we traded the top two tickers of the day,
Yeah.
and you know,
I mentioned how before we finished the stream too this morning, also how BTTX, you know, it had a lot of volume. It was uptrending, and I was saying how if this could come back, confirm 270, and hold the pre-market high, this thing might rip back to three, maybe low threes, and we got it here. You know, it ended up happening. It confirmed VWAP, held trend. And you can almost say the same thing for CYN. It kept holding trend, went sideways for a little bit, created a range, and took off. But this one, you know,
well, the point with this is it was breaking out pre-market. So now at that point it was just you have to let it
Confirm.
open and confirm that it wants to hold the breakout. So that's all it did. Is once it tried to spike in the morning, had this huge red candle on volume, and then just kind of held. You know, a little double bottom, then some higher lows, chopped around.
the selling was on significant volume besides that a few candles early on, but besides that, they couldn't push it lower. There wasn't a continuation for sellers and short sellers to really push it lower.
So it was just kind of proving that it really wanted to hold that key level. And so, you know, getting some entries in here was pretty ideal when it was perking, trying to confirm and perk through back through VWAP. We get the breakout level right there, and you know, volume was pretty steady, and then it really started to pick up, and then it was just kind of, you know, watch the trend from there. Maybe it put in a low, which can be scary at times, you know, in the moment when you got to hold through this dip. But if, you know, put in a low, put in a higher low, and then volume really started to come in, and we kind of just took off from there, and it really just hit your goals right away.
Yeah. After that, it was pretty quick. But early on, I was annoyed. It was kind of choppy. It was frustrating. I was also annoyed that I missed CYN.
Well, and I'm annoyed that I missed this, because I was looking at it thinking I should be taking an entry at 250 right now, and I kind of just sat on my hands. For some reason, I just kind of froze, and then you took the position, and I didn't really want to just be like, you took one, I'm going to take it, you know, and just kind of like, I'm not trying to copy you, and I didn't want to like make it seem like that.
But
So I was just like, whatever.
It was stacking patterns too. You had the multi-day breakout. We also had the open price play.
Yep.
And the VWAP reclaim that was lined up in the morning as well. So when it fails to break down in that zone, it doesn't have to be exactly, because it did crack below 240 for a little bit. It got to 235 day lows. But it failed to break down. And it kept holding that general area of the multi-day breakout in the 240s, the mid-2s. And from there, you just got the uptrend. It's really, just keep it simple. Volume was there. Selling pressure couldn't weigh it down. So trend, volume, it's all kind of there. The patterns were there. Yeah. Just
It was
simple breakout.
it was pretty clear.
It was pretty clear cut. Yeah.
So that's why I was a little upset that I didn't take it, because I noticed it right away, and just kind of froze. And then I didn't want to chase it once it really started to get up into the 250s. I don't know why. I'd rather just kind of let it see if I was, you know, my thinking was right. And I was hoping I was right, because I wanted you to get a win too. Because I know how that feels to fucking sit there.
It's okay. It happens to you a lot more
It
often.
happens, yeah. So I was kind of like, hee hee, like, kind of nice little win.
And you didn't get anything. Ha ha.
Ha ha, bitch. But yeah, this held up really nicely and offered a really nice move. And plus some. It was really held trend late day when it really failed to break down. I mean, this could have been another great entry in here.
Yeah, but it's getting midday and whatnot. But usually stay away from that, especially in this market.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, it held up really nicely. You had this, you know, nice curling action on low volume, holding trend. Like, this would be the only other real option I see, besides maybe in here taking some and selling into this push. It just gave three opportunities. It gave this morning opportunity, this opportunity, and then this opportunity, and to finally the backside came in.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't be trading at smaller size as, you know, it keeps going higher, but it gave you the opportunities. And they were pretty clear too. If you're buying on the higher lows here, I mean, trend was on your side. CYN cracking. I'm liking this snap. He's got
He's alright. Well, she does have the mornings. Jesus.
That's because he just woke up, so it's gonna be a little rough. Once I start waking up at like 4. and just fucking. We'll see. when he gets his shots, I can wake up earlier and take him for a walk in the morning first. I think that'll help. Yeah, I got nothing.
I got nothing. I think we might call it, since there's no questions or anything going on.
A solid day. I mean, we finally had some action in the morning.
Yeah, definitely a change.
Even a little bit of midday action with the same tickers, CYN and
Yeah,
BTTS.
it was really just those two tickers that were kind of it for the day.
active all day, and then shorts are finally taking over,
Here
coming
late
into
day.
late day.
Mm-hmm.
And there's really nothing else going on. At least not in our realm of trading. Nothing that we're looking at or excited about.
Yeah, it was just SONM if they could possibly get back above VWAP and the open price at 83.
So just set some alerts for 80 cents, 83 cents, and you know.
We got half an hour now, so we'll see what it could possibly do.
But at this
I'm
point,
leaning towards no.
yeah, as it gets later and closer to the close, you know, the chances of it really having a squeeze are getting more slim and slim.
But yeah, so I think we'll leave it with that. We'll be back in the morning with the last live stream of the week. Or I guess, no, for the morning, last day, this will be in the afternoon. That'll be the last one. I'll have video lessons and watch us out in a little bit. But besides that, hope you guys learned something. We're able to give you an aha moment or, you know, see something with our live trading that gives you a better understanding of how we approach trading. If you like it or not, you could keep checking that out. But it was a good day, 1 for 1 apiece here, me and Jared. Quiet late day, nothing to really do. Great time to just kind of log off, take a break. Don't need to stay glued to the screens. And yeah, now it's just time to study up, get better, take a break, and come back refreshed for tomorrow. So I hope everyone has a great day. If you guys got any questions, send them on Twitter at Pack-a-Punch Traders. DM us if you need. We're here to help out, so use us. Have a great one.
Later, guys.